What's up, everyone, and welcome to Girl You Know What podcast, episode 6, season 5. I am Danielle.
And I'm Kisha.
And so this week, we're just going to talk about the fuckery this week. Just, there's been some.
Yeah, so I just saw a thing, and I'm just saying you brought this up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to just jump right in.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about the Real Housewives cast. And Lanithia said she's not coming back.
Yeah, she said the door is closed.
Yeah. Andy said that she's not going to return.
So I won't be returning.
Yeah, baby, Porsha ain't enough.
No. And speaking of Porsha, so she confirmed that she's coming back.
Yeah, she did.
Did you hear about her husband?
What?
So he was recently denied U.S. citizenship because of his criminal past, which includes numerous felonies for bank fraud, credit card fraud, identity theft, and more. And when he was asked about it, he blamed the United States for not deporting him sooner for his crimes. So because he didn't get deported, he just continued to skim and scam like a stunt queen out here. So,
Well, Porsha, is he scamming right now?
Child, I don't know.
Oh, Lord.
So I'm just like, what? So that's going to be a topic this season. It's going to be. It had to be something. Porsha, girl, come on now.
That's what you want to come back with?
Child.
If you didn't sign a contract, get out of it.
Yeah, because they're going to be exposing everything.
And Kenya's still going to be on there?
Girl.
This is going to be a way for Kenya to
she gonna get
under your skin, and then you're going to have to bop that hoe again.
She gonna get you, girl. Ooh, yeah. When I just saw that the other day, I was like, ooh, I was like, Simon, child.
Yeah, I would rethink that.
Yeah. Yeah, but she's so ditzy. She probably don't even realize that this is going to be something that's going to, I don't know. I don't know about Porsha sometimes. I don't know. Because sometimes she seems like she's there, and then other times it's like, eh.
Hosea probably rolling over in his grave.
Child, he is. Poor thing.
Baby, all I did to save Atlanta and feed these people. And you out here twerking on the internet.
And telling people that you are my grandchild. Listen.
Your granddaddy ain't walk and fight for that, Porsha.
Mm-mm.
No, he ain't do that.
No. And then look at you. And then look who you married.
Oh, my gosh.
A stunt queen. I can't. But yeah, he blamed the United States for keeping his ass here so he could continue to scam. So there's that. So yeah, so Porsha's coming back.
Be Trump supporters though, for real.
I mean, listen, girl.
I mean, we saw that from 90 Day Fiance.
Yeah.
Oh boy, was married to Michael.
Mm-hmm.
Married to old girl. And all he wanted was Trump stuff.
Yeah.
And she bought him all that Donald Trump. Bobblehead, T-shirt. She bought him so much stuff with the flag on it.
Mm-hmm. So you know what it is. Shoot.
I tell you.
Ooh, so there's that. So that's
what was next? What
So
I wonder how the cast is gonna go if Anita's not coming back.
Yeah.
I hope they kick Sign Richard Ross off, right?
I hope so. They haven't said anything about who's leaving except for Candy. Huh? What'd you say?
I mean, they should bring Phaedra back.
Yeah, I think they should at least
bring Phaedra back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they should bring Phaedra back. Just go ahead and keep Sheree. I mean, she's boring and, but...
Oh, yeah.
Just might as well go ahead and keep her for OG status. You know what I'm saying? Especially since Candy's leaving.
I mean, it's Sheree. I call her Sheree. I'm sorry. Is she by Sheree still living in that castle?
I don't know.
I
forgot all about Chateau Sheree. I really did. Huh.
She ain't sold it yet, huh?
Child, now you know how arrogant she is.
She realize how much money she can get for that in this market.
And especially as much as
I know she dumb.
She's real dumb because she could sell that thing for so much money. Not only, like you said, the market, but because of the attention that house gets or has gotten, still gets, I'm sure.
But I bet it ain't done. Remember that basement one finished? Did she ever finish it?
Girl, I don't know. I stopped watching. The last episode I saw about that house was when when Nene was in that closet. I think that was the last one I saw when they were at the house. So I don't know.
Who in the basement? Who went in the basement? Kenya.
I think
And
yeah,
that's how we found
Kenya's
out Kenya and Candy, I think.
Kenya's messy ass went in the basement. Yeah.
And they saw it wasn't done.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I still don't understand why she built that big house.
I mean, look, all your kids, by the time it was done, all your kids were grown and out the house. You know, like her mom doesn't live with her. And that would still be that would still be way too much for two people. You're not in a relationship. You know, if you are, it doesn't last. So you're not starting another family. You don't have a man in his family moving, like if he had children or whatever moving in. So it's just like, why do you still have that? It's just about you know how delusional she is. So
That's one of the, one of those things that when we watch the show, we just think like, why did they do that?
yeah,
Like, why did she build that house?
right.
I think it was kind of like to prove a point.
That's exactly what it was. That's what I truly believe it was, especially because remember when she started building it, she thought she was about to get all that money from Bob. She was still on that thing, like they were still going through the divorce. She was still going through the settlement or whatever the heck was going on, and she thought that she was still.
I didn't think because remember she was living in that apartment.
Yeah, because remember she had to vacate the house, and then they had to move in that apartment. But she was still building Chateau Cheray, still waiting on Bob, and the divorce and everything to be finalized.
Baby, Atlanta will lie to you because
Listen,
it will have you thinking people have money who don't have money.
yeah,
I will never forget when she moved into that apartment.
child.
And that was a 2-bedroom apartment.
Mm-hmm.
She still had 2 kids at home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were still in school.
You could see in that room, and that boy was sleeping on that mattress on the floor.
Yeah, and she tried to say it was a dog bed. That was a mattress. We saw it.
Girl, it'll be Atlanta a lot to you.
Listen,
it will lie to you.
Girl, you can take the girl out of Cleveland, but you can't take Cleveland out the girl.
Listen, sometimes I can't say she should have went home.
Mm-hmm.
But what marketable skill do you have?
Right. Because the things that she can be doing.
Realize that she hasn't done anything?
No. Nothing.
Like she is let's take the show away.
Okay.
She is a divorced woman who had 2 underage kids.
Mm-hmm.
And she literally did nothing.
Yeah, nothing at all.
Like, you didn't try to go get an associate's degree. You didn't try to say, let me go get certified as a fitness instructor.
That would have been perfect for her.
Because I'm really big into my body, into like fitness. You didn't go get certified as a dietitian, a personal trainer. You didn't do anything.
Nothing.
But start saying, oh, I dress cute, so I'm going to have a clothing line.
Right.
You can't draw. You can't sew. You didn't even learn how to go sew.
Mm-mm.
You didn't even go learn how to sew. Think about that.
Yeah.
Like she didn't do she literally was divorced with 2 kids and did nothing.
Nothing. Just sat on her butt all day just daydreaming. That's all it was.
Scary.
It is scary. But that just shows how delusional she is. Now I could tell that from season 1, when she first came on the screen, I could tell she was delusional just the way she was talking.
That she was faking her lifestyle.
Oh yeah.
The way she used to talk, you could tell that she was putting on.
Oh yeah. And the only thing that kept me
into fashion. Oh, you're gonna make me go back and watch season 1.
Listen, we're going to go back and watch it, girl. We should go back and watch it and do talk about it because.
Oh, we should.
Yeah.
Because if you look now where they are and go back and watch it, it's like what?
Yeah.
What?
Because look, like. Lisa and Deshaun are both divorced from their husbands that were on the show.
Yep.
And Sheree still pipe dreaming.
Sheree is the biggest disappointment.
She is. She's the biggest disappointment on there because, I mean, regardless of Deshaun and Lisa being divorced from their husbands, I'm pretty sure they're still doing great.
Right.
because even though Lisa, she did stay in the reality thing, like for a while, and she
They had
was
a
on
career
different,
though.
yeah, she was on different shows here and there, but she was still doing her thing. She wanted to get into acting, but she said that she was still like doing her real estate and stuff like that. She's about her money, so she wasn't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Deshaun divorced a multimillionaire, player.
Mm-hmm.
So she got some support.
And they,
She had kids.
yeah.
She got her settlement that she needed.
Mm-hmm.
It always be the funny looking. I just had to tell somebody this. We was having a conversation, and it always be the funny looking dudes.
Yes.
They're gonna play you the worst, y'all. I'm gonna stand on that.
Right. But
They're going to try you the worst.
But okay, so since we're here, did you see what the mistress looked like?
Who?
The one that
Eric?
he left Deshaun for. I don't know if they're still together, but the one that he left Deshaun for.
I didn't. I'm scared.
Okay.
Let me see
Okay.
if I-
She was light skinned, and I said skinned. But okay, how do I say this without sounding like a hypocrite? She looked like a man.
Oh, do she?
Yeah, she had a real rough face.
She had strong features. And the
Very
words of my
strong feet.
sister,
Yeah,
she was strong in the face.
strong in the face. We'll say that. And I mean, you like, who you're attracted to. It is what it is. And from what I hear, they had like a relationship for a long time. Like they were like messing around for years. Like now, Deshaun and Eric met in college. So, but I guess the mistress and Eric met in college too. So they all went to college together, I guess.
Oh, she's Caucasian?
Oh, she is? I thought she was just light skinned.
Hold on, let me see.
Unless he's on to somebody else now, but I don't know. Because I haven't paid him any attention for, because I don't know what, I mean, I'm pretty sure he either coaches or is an analyst or something. I don't know.
Oh, maybe she is just light skinned.
Yeah, because I could have sworn she was black, just light skinned.
Oh.
Yeah, because that's when I was just like really like, ooh, that face is strong. But hey, it is what it is, I mean, whatever. I mean, so yeah, I think we're going to do that. I think we're going to watch season 1.
Is she fit? Like, she looks like she might.
Well, I think she was like into
like,
athletics. Like, I don't know what she did. Maybe she played basketball or something. Maybe it was a love and basketball type thing that brought them back together. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, she did look fit and, like from what I remember, but this was like years ago when I remember that. That's why I was like, I don't even know if they're still together or not, but.
They said his wife.
Okay. All right. Maybe that was his true love.
I don't like you.
I'm just saying.
Well, maybe that was his true love.
That was the one that got away. Maybe she had a boo, and they just decided to move on. Okay.
It do happen.
It happens. I'm just saying.
And what they say, the heart want what the heart want.
Yeah, exactly. So there is that. So yeah, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Y'all still, lacking, but it's okay. So, and the thing was, like, I kind of figured Nene wasn't going to come back. It was just like, it just seemed too good to be true. And she never said, like, we never heard anything from her.
Right.
Nene, she has her YouTube page. She's very active on social media, and she never mentioned anything about it. I even went back and was like, well, let me watch, a couple of her videos or whatever and see if she says anything. And she never mentioned anything about it.
No, she did.
Yeah, so there's that.
When Porsha said something, she didn't say a word.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so now so Phaedra, if you can, I mean, it's still not going to get me to watch it, but maybe I'll watch the what you call it, when the people on YouTube do like the recaps and stuff. Maybe I'll see how it starts out, and then if I want to keep watching, because I'm not going to watch it, but I'll listen to the recaps if it seems like something good's going on. Especially I want to know what's going on with Simon, so I got to see what's going on with that.
Porsha, just stay single after this.
That's it. Because you don't.
I literally make recommendations to women to stay single.
I mean, ain't nothing wrong with
Because
it.
dating is dangerous.
Yeah.
And I say that, and of course I'm talking about physically dangerous. Because we see the physical violence that is. And it's not just in heterosexual relationships,
Oh,
it's in
no.
same-sex relationships.
Yeah, definitely.
Dating has become violent. And dating is emotionally dangerous for women. And very emotionally dangerous because people are just out here without a soul, without a conscience. And it's just like,
very selfish.
I said this to somebody. I don't think men have an actual grasp on how much they have exhausted women. Like, exhausted to the point that women don't want to argue with you.
Right.
Exhausted to the point that women don't have a bad word to say about you.
Just go on.
They just don't want to be in your presence. I mean, that speaks volumes.
Yeah.
Because women like to argue. We want to get our point across.
Right.
We want you to hear what we have to say. And what we are seeing now is women don't even physically have the strength to speak. They just don't want to do it.
Yep.
You have exhausted the female species. They're done. And I don't even have the words to speak and say what you could do to correct it.
Right.
Because what I'm also noticing is that people live in a space where now I'm going to say men because I date men.
Right.
So I don't know if women are doing it, like, which they may be. But what I notice is the lack of accountability.
Oh, it's across the board. Yeah, it's across the board.
People don't have the ability to say, I was wrong for that. I should not have done that. I would really like to understand.
I think that's just a narcissistic trait all around. And I think, I just think, like, when it comes to a relationship or something like that, men get the rep for being more narcissistic, but it happens in same-sex relationships too, even to women. It happens. It's the same thing.
I'm just wondering what does the person feel?
Right.
The person who doesn't want to be accountable, what do you feel that's making you run from accountability? Like, what do you think is going to happen when you say, I was wrong? What is the feeling like for you?
Is it like, do you think
do
that...
you feel sick to your stomach?
Right. Yeah, I was just getting ready to say that.
Chills? Like, is there a physical reaction that your body has that you're not comfortable with? Or is there just a complete inability to see that you're even wrong?
Right.
Like, do you just live in a place where you're not wrong? I'm very curious about that because I kind of observe behaviors. I don't know why it's common about them, but I just watch them.
Right.
And I just really, when I see someone who's afraid of accountability and they don't, even when I see, I just sit there and I think like, wow, I wonder what they feel like.
And the sad thing is, they probably don't feel nothing.
I was taking accountability for something that I did wrong in a conversation. Like, it wasn't something that I did to the person I was talking to, but I was just saying like, well, I should not have done and we're all wrong. Like,
right.
I was not speaking about that person, but I was just, taking ownership for my part in a situation. And they were like, well, no, because it's not the same. And I'm like, yes, it is. Like, wrong is wrong. What do you mean?
Right.
It's not the same. I said, hold on, let me tell you something. Because I know that this person has a problem being accountable for their actions. And I said, hey, let me tell you something. I'm not scared to be accountable for when I do something wrong. Like, it doesn't bother me. Like
Yeah,
I
me
don't
either. It's like just tell me. Like I'd
I
rather
don't
you
back
tell me.
away from my wrongs
Mhm.
because I can't grow if I
Right.
back away. So I walk straight through it. Like I'm gonna go forward. If I was wrong, I'm gonna say it.
Mhm.
But I saw that it really seemed to be making them uncomfortable. It wasn't even about them. It was about me.
That you were saying that you were taking accountability and made them uncomfortable.
They didn't like it. They didn't like it.
Child.
But see, that is what people do.
Yeah.
People are people who lack accountability are very quick to tell you when you're wrong about something.
Oh
But when
yeah.
it comes on them, so they didn't like the fact that I was saying, well, hey, I can't say that they're wrong and not accept my part in the situation too.
Right.
That's one of the biggest problems that people have with me. My ability to view the coin from both sides. People do not like
Mhm. Oh
it.
no,
It makes them very uncomfortable with
cuz
me.
so many people are surface level. They just see what they
Yeah.
want to see. So, yeah, it's just like they when
They
they
never
see
stop and say, let me see it from the other person's point of view.
Mhm.
And I look at it from both sides.
Right.
I think that's the only way you can be fair.
Mhm.
Because if that's the case, we would all just walk around. How do you effectively communicate? How
Right.
do you have effective relationships if you are not able to see it from the other person's point of view?
Mhm.
How do you live that way? You can't live that way.
No.
That's impossible. And what we end up with is a bunch of people who mad at each other and can't communicate.
Yep.
If you lack that simple trait, that is empathy. That's the trait that you're lacking is empathy. When
Mhm.
you don't have the ability to put yourself in another person's shoes, you have no empathy.
Right.
And that's a terrible place to be, in my opinion. But, some people think it's okay.
Oh yeah.
Some people live their life like, well, as long as I'm okay,
Mhm.
doesn't
And
have anything to do with me.
yeah, and that's how we're in the position that we are in a lot of things
Yeah.
these days because people are just like, well, it ain't happening to me, or it won't happen to me, whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Because we have taught that way of thinking is a socialist way of thinking.
Mhm.
So people run from caring about the group.
Right.
Nobody cares about the group. Everybody cares about themselves.
Mhm.
Oh, help us, Lord.
Child, yeah, we
In the
just
words of the great, with a tangle web we weave when we try to smuggle the weed.
girl, that's
Who
it.
said that? Cat Williams?
I think
It
so.
was about Whitney Houston.
Yeah. Yep.
It was
Yep.
like, what a tangle web we weave when we try to smuggle the weed. Because didn't they try to smuggle some weed in the airport, her and Bobby Brown?
I
I
believe
swear they
so.
did. And he made that joke.
Child, I wouldn't. Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh.
what's next?
Okay, so let's talk about Monique and her son last because let's talk about that last. So let's talk about the Super Bowl fuckery that girl. So, first of all, Usher's halftime show, he killed it. Let's
Yeah,
just,
he did.
I mean, I don't care what anybody says.
He did.
Usher's 45. He's still out here dancing like he was 25. So he did
I'll
his
tell you
thing.
somebody, Usher is our Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Like, I
Co-
think the person who I was talking to was probably grew up in the not necessarily grew up in the 70s, but he was
mhm.
around in the 70s when he
Before
was a
Michael
young
Jackson
man.
became Michael Jackson, like the
Yeah,
he
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. He like Afro Michael Jackson. He was a
Right,
little kid.
right. Yeah.
So I said, he Usher is our Michael Jackson. Like we grew up with him. When
Mhm.
we was 13, he was 13, or he was
Right.
12. Well, I was 12 and he was 13. So
Yeah.
we've seen him through every level of his career.
Mhm.
God, that first album. Oh, Usher. Oh,
I
God, I love
mean,
Usher.
Devontae wrote and produced most of it, so you knew it was going to be fire.
Can you get with it?
Child. And the thing is, like, I remember when he came out, like, probably like with 8701 and Confessions when it was around that time. And like, he was just really going like mainstream, like he was crossing over. A lot of people didn't know about his first two albums.
How is that even
Not even
possible?
My Way. They didn't even, I was
But
like, are
God
you
didn't even.
serious?
You had to know My Way.
I mean, come on now. That had hit
They
after
call
hit
me
after hit.
USHER.
Come on now.
I
It was,
O M Y M
yeah, I
B.
was just like, come on,
Now come
yeah.
on now.
So, yeah,
You
but,
had it on My Way.
right. So, I mean, halftime show, bomb. I mean, her came out and she killed that guitar. I mean, she gave y'all the guitar like it was, and that was her own signature guitar. They said she is the first black woman.
Oh yeah, I saw the article after the fact that
Yeah.
she sells art. She sells guitars.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay,
Yeah,
girl.
and first of all, like I know her music, but I didn't know she could play like that. You know, like I didn't know that she
Oh yeah,
did
yeah,
like a lot
yeah.
of different instruments. I knew she played
Yeah,
the
she's
piano.
talented.
Yeah, very, very.
So come
So,
on, because
okay.
what y'all gonna stop doing? I mean, tap tap tap. Is this mic on? We are going to stop this Alicia Keys slander, okay?
I mean, it
Right
was
here today.
funny, but I mean, let's keep it real.
No, no, no. I don't care about her voice.
No, that's what I was saying. I was like, let's keep like she's not a vocalist, so
But
let's just
y'all,
start right there.
Y'all have held Alicia Keys to this standard of perfection. And if I have to explain this timeline to one more person, I'm going to explode, okay? So, boys and girls, gather round, and we're going to tell the story of Swizz Beatz. I'm sick of y'all.
Are they still on? Okay, go ahead, girl.
Listen,
Go ahead.
everybody.
Stand on your podium, girl.
Swizz Beatz was married to Mashonda.
Right.
Swizz Beatz and Mashonda broke up.
Mm-hmm.
Swizz Beatz did not leave Mashonda for Alicia Keys. I don't know why you all are stupid and you keep repeating that.
Calling her a homewrecker and everything.
Swizz Beatz wanted to get so far away from his wife. Guess where he went? London. He left the entire country. He was in London for over a year. Long enough for him to do what, everyone? Get another girlfriend. He had a girlfriend for over a year who just so happened to also be a singer.
Mm-hmm.
She gets pregnant. Bet you didn't know he had another baby, did y'all? Because y'all can't. Because y'all so invested in Alicia Keys being a homewrecker, you didn't know that this man left the country, had another woman, and made a baby with that woman. When he got ready to handle his business and come back and divorce his wife, that girl said, I don't want to leave the country. I want to focus on my music career. He was trying to bring his girlfriend back to the States with him. She did not want to leave. So he got on a plane and came back to the States and left his girlfriend and his baby. Of course, they broke up.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happens? He meets Alicia Keys. This would make relationship number 2. So I don't know why y'all keep calling that girl a homewrecker. He had a whole nother woman and a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Now he and Alicia Keys were dating. He and Mashonda were separated. I think what had y'all confused is because once his divorce became final, so him and Mashonda were probably on like year 3 of separation.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we recall, Mashonda was on season 2 of Love and Hip Hop New York. Do we all remember this?
Right.
And what did he do? Deserted the house, remember? Because she walked everybody through that mansion and the curtains and the blinds was all torn up. Do you remember this?
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
So then I think everyone's confused because once his divorce was final, and again, we were on like year 3 or 4 of that separation. Once the divorce was final, he married Alicia Keys.
Mm-hmm.
Is everybody clear on that timeline now? I'm sick of y'all telling that lie. And now I see how lies and rumors get started.
Oh, yeah. And especially all these years later, it's still going on. I mean, come on now.
This is why we need to go back to real print magazines.
Listen.
Because y'all need to start reading again.
Mm-hmm.
Because you lack basic skills. And one person will tell a lie on a video, and y'all will keep going and going and going instead of fact checking yourself and reading.
I mean, because do people realize that still in this day and age that now I have a website If I wanted to get, like get a lot of attraction to it and make tons of money, I can go on here and post these crazy stories and I can make up some shit and add a little razzle dazzle and sprinkle some stuff on it.
Exactly.
And I don't have to verify anything. It's freedom
Right.
of press.
Think about media takeout.
Yep.
You remember how much crap media takeout was
Sandra
putting out?
Rose. I mean, they
Yes.
were just like, ooh, media takeout was like when it was like really popping, they called it the Black National Enquirer, so that lets you know what that's
Yes.
about.
It was a mess.
And people would take that as, as the Bible. They would take it like this is the word
Y'all
and
got to really
spread the
stop this
rumors.
Alicia Keys slander.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, it's getting, oh my gosh, y'all look so ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And you hating on people who is, and every time y'all say something about her, what do that man do?
Buy her something.
Make y'all look stupid.
Right.
Tell you how much he love her.
Okay.
And how gorgeous she is and how proud of her he is.
Mm-hmm.
He said, how you get a Grammy and you don't release no music this year? Let me tell you something. He ain't gonna pat that woman on the back. Y'all can keep talking about her, but guess what her man gonna keep doing?
Supporting her and bigging her up.
Y'all so miserable. I can't stand miserable people. It just, why y'all can't let people be
It's
happy?
sad. Like I've really tried to ignore, like people who are just miserable all the time. And you can tell these people. Like even just like on a simple Facebook comment, let's use that as an example. There's always like maybe one or two people who everybody in there is just having a good old time and you can tell somebody's just joking or whatever and then they come in just negative Nancy. Oh my God, just everything has to be something just negative all the damn time. It's just like, what is wrong with you?
Danielle don't like y'all.
I'm getting old and I'm over it.
Y'all who keep posting that negative stuff on Facebook.
I'm not going to have any. Yeah, I'm not going to have any friends.
She really loathes your existence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh God, it's just be so funny too. I'll help though, cause I'll be showing it to her like.
Yeah, because I don't even be on Facebook, and then this one will come and send me something.
As soon as I see it, I'll be like, bye. That was it for me. That was it.
That was it. Yeah.
That was it for me.
Oh, it's just.
You can't even check in on Facebook no more.
No,
Because as soon as you get on there, it's somebody saying the most outlandish things,
and you just swipe
like,
completely
really?
out the app. That's it. You're just like, I'm done.
Your nightstand off. Like, stop this now.
Yeah, it's too much. Whew. So, but why were people referring to the halftime show as the Wiz? Because of all the colorful things and the different like sets and everything like that. I was like, okay, I can see that.
But it was that video. Was that My Way video?
My Way, yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's
because
how
y'all ain't no Usher fans, so y'all don't know.
Don't know none of it.
Y'all know what he was doing.
Yeah.
And I feel like in My Way he was honoring the Wiz.
That's what it seemed like to me. I believe he was.
Yeah, so y'all don't listen, hey, stay out our business.
That's it.
And if somebody had to tell you that, your mama didn't raise you right.
That part. So
I said it low to kind of give y'all a little respect, but stay out our business.
Okay.
I hope no Caucasians will say, and see how y'all be dog. We gotta stop dogging each other, black people. Because you see how y'all say so much negative stuff about it? White people loved it.
They loved it.
Did you see the video of the white lady when she was saying that Usher song? How did she wait? Because I want to do it wrong. Because I'm gonna do it right. She was like, like she was trying to do the beginning of when it's like, hey, she made the craziest noise.
Yeah.
And she was like, I just love that
but
song.
she was feeling it.
I've got to go look it up on the YouTube.
See?
It's tubes with an S.
Okay, the YouTubes, honey. Okay. But that's the thing that people don't realize about the Super Bowl halftime performance is that you are expanded to a whole different crowd. Yeah. Because they don't get paid. Like I knew this like maybe a few years ago. I just found out. I think when Dr. Dre and them did the
oh yeah, you don't get paid for it.
They don't get paid for it. But it's everything. They get a budget, to pay for the dancers and the band and all that stuff.
Right.
and they're set.
But truly, the pay is the exposure.
Yeah, because album sales always go up, single sales go up, you get endorsements. I mean, I've seen Usher on like 2 or 3 different commercials since the Super Bowl.
So, speaking of commercials, Beyonce. So, let me tell you something. So, I was watching the Beyonce commercial for the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, this is good. It's funny. It's funny. And then when it got to the end, and she was like, okay, drop the music.
Yeah.
So, I didn't think nothing of it. I was like, oh, that was funny. The halftime show came on.
Mm-hmm.
And then the gang came back on. I said, wait a minute. Was she for real?
She was for real. I don't think anybody. I didn't get it at first.
I said, oh, she was serious.
Yeah.
I had no clue. You just thought it was part of the commercial.
Mm-hmm.
I'm slow. It took me a little while.
Me too. I was like, what is everybody talking about? Because, of course, the Beehive was on it. Yeah, the Beehive was on it. They let us know what was going on. I was like, okay.
I said, wait a minute. That girl might have been for real. Let me go check. Baby. And I know everybody likes Texas Hold'em. Great song. It's going to be we know that's going to be the single.
Oh, yeah.
I love 16 Carriages.
I like that one too. Yeah. I like both of them. So I'm just trying to figure out which one. But like you said, Texas Hold'em is definitely going to be the single. But
yeah.
But yeah.
That's the video.
Yeah. So that was interesting. So I guess she's going through these different genres, and people are predicting that next.
Oh, yeah, because they said this is part 2.
Yeah.
Of the Renaissance.
So they say if she does part 3, they think it's going to be like rock or something like that. Like.
Please no.
Yeah.
Please no. No. Please no. Please no.
Oh, and let me say this.
Kind of music.
All y'all country folks that are talking about not playing Beyonce's music and she's invading y'all's genre and everything like that. Black folks invented country music like we did basically the whole world. So, I mean,
it's already on the top of the country.
That part, and that's what they mad at.
Just don't play it. It's fine.
I mean, they were mad at her when she performed at the CMAs a few years ago, and not only did she perform, they were already mad at that, but she brought out the chicks, the Dixie Chicks. She brought them out.
She's from Texas, everybody.
Listen.
She's the down home girl. I mean, she can dance and sing, but she's actually a country girl at heart. So I don't know why y'all folk get so upset about this.
Why you sound like Terry Joe?
She grew up on the rodeo, so I mean, y'all do know she's been wearing cowboy hats since she came out her mama's womb. So
I mean, she had a cowboy hat on. What was that? The Bugaboo video.
They always
wore cowboy hats. Destiny's Child always had a cowboy hat on. Beyonce always has a cowboy hat on. They have
always worn cowboy hats and done drill team routine.
Yeah,
like that always.
They're Texas girls. They are Texas girls in and out. It's like you can't take that away from them.
Y'all weird.
Very weird.
And y'all swear country music is y'all's. It's not.
It's not.
And every time y'all act like this, I'm going to take the liberty to remind you that Johnny Cash was married to a black woman.
So be mad at him, not us.
Every time you continue to show your ass, I'm going to continue to remind you that Johnny Cash's first wife was black.
Boom. Ciao.
Keep it up.
Keep it up. So let's talk about some of the, speaking of white folks, let's talk about some of the fuckery that happened at the Super Bowl.
What happened?
So Taylor Swift, she
Please,
got
no.
She got Kanye kicked out of his seat. He had a row of seats right in front of her. And somebody came on, it was, I don't know who he was, but he came on and basically said, and Kanye confirmed it, but said that Taylor Swift had him removed from his seats. Now, he probably bought the seats on purpose because, Kanye likes to troll Taylor Swift. So he probably bought the seats on purpose, but she got him removed from his seats. I mean,
I think it was you that told me, and I said, well, it sounds about white. Because they've been on a white power high.
Yeah.
I don't doubt it for 1 second.
I don't either. I truly believed it. So
she is the most mayonnaise white girl in the world. So I don't I am not really moved by Taylor Swift.
No, not at
And I
all.
think it's just because I understand, like, and I know people are gonna say, "Oh, well, she sells a lot of records," and she just. I get that. I
Mm-hmm.
know that those kind of things matter to people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but she has no personality. Like she is just like, uh, it's like, what are we even doing here? Like, even looking at some of the clips from her concerts,
Ciao.
but that is what I saw a black girl explaining this. That is the appeal of Taylor Swift to the white masses.
Mm-hmm.
She gives the "Hey, I'm just like you" quality.
Right. Mediocre.
Yes,
I don't have to do
achieving
much.
nothing, having no beautiful physical features. And I'm not saying she's ugly, and I'm not putting a woman down, but I'm
Right.
just saying there's nothing physically that would say, "Oh, you know,
Mm-hmm.
she's just like any other girl."
Right.
And so that appeals to young girls
Mm-hmm.
because it's like, "Oh, she's just like me."
Yeah. And that's cute for them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But how old is she?
Oh, is she 30 now? Is she in her 30s?
When is it not cute?
Yeah.
When does she grow up?
Because y'all made sure y'all let it Britney Spears know when she was grown. And y'all gave her
I
the
mean, I
blues.
just appreciate the fact that Miss Carter grew up with us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad she did not stay in the teeny bopper category.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I think what people are missing about Beyonce and Taylor Swift, in
Mm-hmm.
my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to get 13-year-old girls.
Yeah.
It's easy to get teeny boppers, to get
Mm-hmm.
12-year-olds, 9-year-olds. That's easy.
Yep. But they grow
It
up
is
too.
quite difficult to get women of all ages,
Mm-hmm.
to get young girls, middle-aged women, to get 50-plus-year-old women
Right.
to want to come to your concert
Especially when, let's keep it real,
when
Gen
you're
X,
black
and we've
too.
seen, yeah, but we've seen real concerts. We've seen real performers of all races. So it's like, you're not doing anything that, well, actually, you're doing something that we haven't seen before. It's very mediocre. We've seen these girls and guys, who we grew up watching, putting on shows. They put on shows, they put on full performances. So what you're
She's
doing is
not doing
nothing.
anything.
No. Uh-uh.
She can't dance.
Mm-mm.
I mean, and are we saying she can sing? Like, she's not really like a
No.
Ariana Grande.
Not
Like,
at all. No. I don't
she's
think her
not
voice is that
like,
great. It's just it's
well, is she
average.
even a Miley Cyrus?
No.
Like she's not really like a powerhouse at
No.
anything except being a normal everyday white
That's
girl.
it. That's all it takes.
So, I mean, you're basically just going to her concert to hear her sing the record back to you.
Yeah. That's it.
Like,
Ciao.
there's no like, maybe they do. Well, I mean, it's them, so
Yeah.
they might feel like, oh, did you see Taylor? Show him a pink horse.
Yeah. So we just don't know, girl. We just don't understand, honey. That's what
Yeah,
it is.
we don't have their brain, so
Ciao.
we don't know.
And girl, they have a petition. Her fans put out a petition for her to break up with Travis Kelce because he is showing his true colors about how aggressive he is. There are videos and clips resurfacing of him being very aggressive and rough and violent, and it all started from when he
Him
basically,
grabbing Andy.
yeah, he grabbed his coach Andy Reid basically and he said he told him that you should have had me out there, I would have scored or something like that.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, first of all, how dare you? But it's like I understand you're in the moment, you're very passionate, everything like that. But you don't do that. You know better than do that. I mean, his own
He
brother
did.
even got him together.
But this is my thing. She gonna break up with him.
Yeah, it's like I don't know why y'all so because you know her relationships don't last. She gonna break up with him eventually.
But can I say this too? I gotta stop this. Um, I had a conversation with the man I'm in a relationship with,
Mm-hmm.
and I told him, "You see how y'all run around?" Excuse me. Oh, that was completely out of line. But black people know what I was doing.
Right.
I said, "You see how y'all run around and y'all get on these podcasts and y'all call girls whores and just all the crazy stuff y'all say about black women."
Mm-hmm.
That girl has had 12 documented boyfriends.
Listen.
If you Google her name right now, those 12 men will come up.
And she's wrote a song about all of them.
And she then writes music about them. And he still kisses her in public.
That part.
And holds her hand.
Mm-hmm.
I said, white men don't care about the stuff y'all care about.
Mm-mm.
The stuff y'all be concerned about, white men don't care about that.
Yeah.
And this is why y'all losing y'all's women to white men.
Yeah.
Because y'all fussing about the wrong stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all asking a woman to be all pure or whatever you asking her to be, and y'all can barely pay bills. your focus is on the wrong stuff.
Yeah.
It's that man is providing, and y'all worried about how many people she's slept with, and you can't even pay the rent on your own.
Yeah, I mean, y'all want perfection. You know, y'all want a mother figure, basically, and you're coming with nothing.
And quiet as it's kept. Now, let me not belittle you because you can't pay the rent. Because what I'm starting to notice is, so what's the boy's name? Not DC Young Fly, but the other one. Is his name Desi or something?
Oh yeah, he was just on Club Shay Shay.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't really know who he was.
He was talking, and I know he's got to be in his 20s. Mm-hmm. He can't be over 35. He's in that little age group of comedians, like right. Jazzy, all them, that little group that be on Wild 'N Out and stuff like that.
Right, right.
So he made a statement that he was with a girl and it literally broke his heart because all he wanted her to do was believe in his dreams.
Mm-hmm.
And he was not making a lot of money, but he was making money and he was bringing all the money to her. And the only thing he wanted from the money was to pay his cell phone bill and get his hair cut.
Mm-hmm.
People were in the comments like, so you didn't even want to work? You wanted her to take care of you? And I'm like, did we all hear what he just said?
He just said that he was bringing home the money.
So I went in the comments and said, he said
y'all are exhausting.
He gave her all the money. And he only wanted. And so then the person responded back like, yeah, so he just, what did she say? He just had enough money for his haircut. And I was like, oh my God, these people are dumb. But I said all that to say. And then I said, so are we saying at 20? Because he's talking about a previous relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Are we saying in the 20s that we're not supposed to help pay bills? Like, are we saying when we're in a fresh relationship that we're just not contributing anything? Is that what we're saying? Like, you expect a young man, when you guys are newly starting out in your 20s, to be fully responsible, take care of everything.
Right.
Is that what we're teaching girls?
Because they're looking at what they see on TV and they see these men dropping money on women and everything like that, and they think that's a reality. Just like there's another video that went viral about some girl and her boyfriend, or I don't know if they were just like on a first date or something like that, and he took her to Shake Shack. First of all, Shake Shack ain't cheap. But yeah, so she had a problem with that.
None of them places cheap. Shake Shack, Five Guys. Mm-hmm. What's the other one? It's another one too. Ain't none of them burger places.
No, none of them are. Yeah.
Shit, y'all crazy.
Crazy as hell. Whew. So let's talk about this real quick. Last topic. Monique and her son.
Oh, Jesus.
Shalon, her oldest son from a previous relationship. So, if you remember in the interview she did with Shannon Sharp, he asked her about her relationship with her son because people know for years that they've been estranged. It hasn't been a good relationship between the two of them. So she basically said that there's nothing going on, but she hopes and prays and all that stuff, in her Monique voice, that they will be able to get past it one day and move on or whatever. And, like almost making it seem like she's trying and it's not being reciprocated. So so after, about a week, her son, Shalon, or Shalon, I think it's Shalon. He makes a video and, he basically is defending himself, which people have every right to do. He's basically saying that she's lying. She hasn't made any effort. He doesn't really see there being any effort. He's a new father. She doesn't have a relationship with her granddaughter. Um, and so all that. Of course, Monique and Daddy come back and just basically, of course, Daddy's doing all the talking and she's just agreeing. Daddy has the nerve to call him mentally ill, says they have 3 children, not 4, not counting him, the 3 that the 2 of them have together. He keeps referring to 3 children. And just basically dogging him.
I thought she had a set of twins.
She does.
Them ain't his kids.
Those aren't his kids? I thought they were his kids. I thought they had 3 together, the twins and another child.
So she had 3 husbands.
Right. She was married. Yeah.
Is that his name? What's his name?
I can't remember what his name.
Sydney.
Yeah, Sydney. Yep, there it is. I'm so used to calling him
Sydney.
Daddy.
So she had a husband before him.
Right.
And I think what's his name? Mark?
I don't know what his name is, but yeah, I remember she was married.
His name.
Okay.
Them twins is Mark's kids.
Okay. But she has custody of them, obviously.
Yeah.
So whatever happened in the past with her and her oldest son, it is just like, so he's basically saying like she's not putting any effort towards their relationship. Of course, they come back and Daddy's doing all the talking and he's saying not only does he call him mentally ill, like I said, but he's basically saying all these like she's giving him money and this, that, and the other. And so he comes back in another video and says, yeah, she had this money set up for me, but she was acting like when I found out about it, which was years after it was set up, she was acting like she didn't know where it was, or what was going on. And, they're talking about all these material things that they've given me. He said the only thing that they've really given me is, that money, which he said he's very thankful for because he was young and broke. He was on the verge of homelessness. And then he said that she gave him and his girlfriend money for a down payment for a nice car. So then, they come back again because, they got to have the last word.
Oh,
Monique and Daddy come back and she releases these text messages which prove nothing. It's basically making it seem like they have contact with each other, but he's asking her all these questions and being real nice, and it didn't make her look good at all. It was just like, you're just dumb, Monique. So it's basically like he's asking her questions about certain things like, hey, mommy, have you ever heard about this? And she's just like, no, baby, I haven't heard about it. It's just like very vague answers, like she's too busy. And then there are some texts where you listen. And then there's some texts on there when you see, like, she'll text them back and say, oh, I'm sorry I missed your call. Let me call you tomorrow. Just things like that. So I don't know what her purpose. Girl.
She ain't got no job. So why she can't call him back right now? What's she doing?
She's just been complaining this whole time that she ain't working. So
don't nobody want to work with her ass.
No.
I told y'all, didn't I? Y'all thought I was lying on her. She is crazy, y'all.
Yeah, she really
is.
She has
proven with her own track record.
Mm-hmm.
She has told about her own husbands. All her husbands been crazy.
Yeah.
Do you see how Sydney acts? What makes you think that Sydney is better than the other 2?
Exactly.
Not what makes her think, because we know she's not thinking straight.
Mm-hmm.
What makes you all think that Sydney is any better than the other two husbands she had?
Mm-hmm.
What has she proven to you in her working on herself?
Right.
Just forget all the stuff that she say about other people.
Mm-hmm.
What has she shown? What work on herself has she shown that proves to you that she lives in a place of humility?
Oh, well, let's talk
That
about
she
that.
lives in a place of accountability. Her very behavior right in front of us
Mm-hmm.
would prove to all of us that she lives from a place of blame.
Yeah.
She blames everybody
Everybody.
else. She is never at fault. And
Mm-hmm.
you cannot exist in a world where everyone is wrong. That's what I like to call the Donald Trump effect.
Yeah.
It's everybody else's fault. It's not you.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
It is. But so then, she's on tour with Cat Williams. So during her set, after, because then her son came back and did another video, and he said, "This is the last time I'm talking about it." And he hasn't released any videos since then, but he's basically debunking everything that she said. Like, no, that's
Of
not true.
course.
Yeah, of course. So then during her set on tour, during her show, she brings up her son, in something, talking about it, whatever. Then she said, "All I gotta say is fuck them kids." That's the real Monique, y'all. That's her. She can try with all this, "I love us for real. Hey, babies," all that. No. On stage, after your son just poured his heart out.
You shouldn't even be talking about it. Because a
Exactly.
real mother will want to protect their child.
Thank you.
A real mother would not lay their child bare that way.
And not let the stepdaddy, who's really not even a stepdaddy, because he said he always referred to Sydney as Uncle Sydney because that was his dad's best friend.
Did y'all hear that? Now, don't forget, Sydney was her roommate.
Right.
Sydney was her homeboy.
Mm-hmm.
Sydney saw an opportunity and he took it.
Yep.
What job has Sydney had since he been with Monique?
Daddy. Raising her. I mean, just so stupid.
What that girl say? It ain't no way at 55 I'm gonna be running around here talking about a nigga raising
That
me.
part. That part. All of that. So I'm just like, y'all can keep going up for Monique, and, you know, I mean, it's.
But people did what most people do.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all hate Oprah so much. Everybody hates Oprah.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all hate Tyler Perry so much
Mm-hmm.
that instead of paying attention to what Monique was saying and checking Monique's behavior, you just heard the name of the person that you hate and
Right.
said, "Oh, I'm gonna jump on her side."
Mm-hmm.
Yep, because I knew it was something about them.
Yeah.
I knew it. I told y'all. Tyler Perry, I told y'all. That Oprah, she ain't right. This y'all. This everybody. And now look, you following a fool, but guess what? Gone.
That part.
Let her pop y'all's ass off a cliff.
Her and Daddy.
If
Child.
y'all think I'm gonna be running around locking arms with a bitch who letting a nigga like her, what?
Listen.
And I don't really start cursing. God forgive me. But are y'all insane? You think we gonna lock arms with a chick who letting a nigga like that lead her?
Right.
Because that mean he leading you too.
Yeah.
And y'all comfortable with that?
And I mean, the thing is, like, he does all the talking. And then if y'all were going to come on video and talk about what Shalon said, Monique, you should have been doing the talking. That's your child. Instead, you let Sydney's ass talk and disrespect him completely. And so what if he is mentally ill? He kept talking about that. So what? What have y'all done to help him out, if anything? You didn't talk about that. And even if y'all have, but I doubt it,
But why
because you
talk
wouldn't be
about
throwing it in his
anything?
face. Exactly. Exactly.
Why talk about anything? That's your
Mhm.
child.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, everyone, it's been amazing today. You guys enjoy your time. Enjoy your week. Be nice to people. Because it'll make you feel better.
Yeah.
Keep the wrinkles off your face too.
I mean, that
And
part.
drink as much water as you can and mind your own business.
Life is so much easier when you do that.
It is. Now, you can mind a little bit of people's business, but not too much. Just
Yeah, I mean, of
keep it at a
course.
minimum.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Hello.
Get a couple laughs and then go on about
Going
your way.
about your business, right?
As always, you can reach us at girl_you know what at Wellness and Women and at DannieBSpeaks on Instagram. Have a great week, everyone. Bye
Bye,
bye.
everybody. Bye.